Hi, Khushboo. How are you doing?
Good evening, Dr. D. I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Fine, fine. Thank you. Khushboo, I have some questions for you today. You have already completed our Master Coach Certification program from India Coaching Federation. So I thought of having a just informal discussion with you to understand how your journey has been in last 5-6 months with India Coaching Federation. And the first question which is coming in our mind that Khushboo, you already have been certified by International Coaching Federation as a coach. Then what motivated you to get into India Coaching Federation coach certification program?
Well, Dr. D, I think I did definitely think through this, that what is making me go there when I've done my certification and I was certified. I tell you, every time, and I think ever since I started to I basically got into coaching. I always had a feeling that why do I have to get certified from an international body? Not that I don't respect them, of course, with due respect to everybody. It's just that there was a constant thought in the mind that why don't coaching is a very different work altogether. I mean, it is absolutely very, very different than what we normally look at when we say coaching. And for a very long time in India, also people referred to coaching only as coaches for sports and other things in school and
Right.
academics.
Yes.
But yes, and it was only that thanks to COVID for few things, not for everything, but yeah, few things, that it did give coaching a sense of responsibility, and gave some kind of a recognition in terms of in public. So I always had a feeling that why do I have to get myself certified from an international federation? Why don't I have something in India? Because of course people working in a federation which is going to be a national body will be able to understand a lot of challenges that Indians we face, because the way we live, our culture, our society, our approach towards life and situation is very different than people living abroad.
Right.
So I always had that feeling that why don't I have something over here? And this was just it may sound very weird right now, but it was always there in my mind that why don't we have a national body? And then one fine day, I remember when I got to know that, you're coming out with the national body called India Coaching Federation. I was extremely, very, very delighted. I was very happy. I had no idea that I will be able to anyway be a part of it, or, would get associated with it. But I was extremely happy about the fact that finally we are going to have a national body for coaching. Um, and I think that is exactly where I thought that no matter what, I have to dive in and I have to see what it is, and I have to see what is there for me to get from India Coaching Federation. And then I obviously checked in your profile. This is very obvious that we would definitely want to see a person who's going to head it. And when I saw your profile, I went through it, and I think we had a little chat also. And I realized and I felt that sometimes you just have that right feeling that no, this is the place where you would like to be, and this is where you would want to learn more. And I took that leap of faith, and I was like, let me just go ahead, no matter even if I have a certification, and I was coaching already. But there was a sense of faith that I'm going to get something which I probably really looking forward to. And that was my main reason behind getting into India Coaching Federation. And I'm extremely not because you're there with me on this forum right now, but I'm extremely, extremely grateful to you, to the Federation, and to the Almighty for putting me in this direction, because this journey has been extremely powerful. This journey has been extremely transformational for me. So I'm glad that I made the right choice, and I got into this.
Great. The next question which is coming in my mind that of course we have seen international curriculum also, and now you went through a complete master coach certification program from India Coaching Federation.
Right.
So what is the fundamental differences? Like, how you feel it is different or it is more effective, or your
Certainly, I think I can definitely say this, because I think every time I had finished a session, I would obviously think, and I'll have a lot of questions with myself, and I would always, it's a human tendency to compare, Dr. D, right?
Right,
So, but sometimes a healthy comparison is also very good.
right, right.
So, I think after every session, especially for the first 1 month, I did ask this question to myself as to what is it that is coming different to me. I'll tell you something which is the fundamental difference, Dr. D, is that earlier, before I had come to India Coaching Federation, I knew coaching as a process. I knew coaching in terms of the technicalities as to what kind of questions am I supposed to ask, what are the phases of coaching, all that, which is of course important, very, very important. I understood the technical part of it. However, when I came to India Coaching Federation, I think when I started my journey with you, I then got to know what exactly coaching is. Before even getting into the process of coaching, I think my very first learning was, and I think I'm continue to learn it, is what exactly coaching is. Why are we even doing it? What is it? What coaching actually does to people? So I think that has been my fundamental difference. That I would say there are many. I mean, I can tell you that as well, but this has been the very basic. I would say the main reason or main difference between the two. That here is where I understood what coaching exactly is, and there obviously I understood the process of how do we coach a person and what is the process that we follow while we are coaching somebody.
Right. So, how basically I always keep on saying that coaching is all about having the confidence to stand in front of your client and say, if I'm not able to help you resolve, I will not charge any money. So, what kind of confidence you got after getting into India Coaching Federation program?
I don't think so I can measure this amount of confidence at all, Dr. D. I think it's tremendous. I mean, I feel happy when I'm now around a client, or, if I'm talking about coaching, because, it just gives you that sense of uh, fulfillment in your own way.
Right.
I mean, if you're there with anybody, for that matter, I may not get into a coaching agreement with somebody. For that matter, today, when I just talk about coaching to anyone, like for example, I'm having a conversation with you right now, it just makes me feel so confident in my own skin. It just makes me feel so confident about my own thought process. Earlier, see, there would always be a little slight, you know, I would say a doubt maybe, or some question that, what if something like this happens? How am I going to navigate it? You know,
Small.
yeah, I mean, I'll be very honest here that, in spite of the fact that you would do great with your clients, you would still have a question somewhere or a doubt that, okay, something like this has happened. How am I supposed to navigate it? Because, your clients are of different age groups, and, they're from different backgrounds. So of course, their challenges would be very different. And sometimes it's no challenge, it's just one simple thing that they want to achieve in life. So uh, today I don't have that. I don't have to think about how am I going to navigate it. It's something that just, it's like by default, I'm right there with the person. And it is something that just starts to happen automatically, because, and I please allow me to say that, because I very strongly feel, because of this program, I am today free of my own resentments and grievances.
Great.
And because that has happened, I'm a free soul, Dr. D. I'm not somebody who is judgmental. Yes, of course, it is very important to resonate with your clients. It's important to understand and all that. Um, I don't try and understand them. This program has helped me not to try and understand them. This program has helped me to imagine them in that situation and then start to navigate it in the right direction. I don't anymore resonate with people's faults and challenges, because earlier, obviously, sometime if anything would happen in your own life, you share your own, we have our own share of battles. And struggles, and you start to resonate it with your own challenges. Oh, this is something that even happened with me, and that's how I did it. I don't get into that zone anymore.
Great.
So I think that's what I would like to say on it.
The next thing which is coming in my mind, of course, coaching, I always say, is about people transformation. And the impact of coaching at India Coaching Federation is 360. It helps you resolve your life challenges, career challenges, relationship challenges, and business challenges. So I would like to understand from you ki how our coaching program is able to help you resolve or make it better in your life, career, business, and relationship.
Okay. Life, if I begin with, I think my smile says it all. You know, I used to smile before as well. ऐसा नहीं है that मैं हंसती नहीं थी. But I think तब की smile और आज की smile में there is a huge difference. This smile is something that comes out because I'm happy today. And that smile was something that I used to make sure that I look happy to people. So, you know, that is one, I think if anybody who's listening to me at this point in time would definitely understand with this one statement as to what change and impact this program has had on my life. I was always a very, very disciplined person all through my life, but I never realized, Dr. D, before this program that हमेशा सही होना जरूरी नहीं है.
Right.
Or it's very important to be flexible in your life, or to be flexible with yourself in your life. I was not flexible with myself, whether it was about my life, it was whether about my career, my relationships. I was not flexible. I was way too rigid with myself. I was very rigid with few things to happen in a certain way, few reactions to happen in a certain way, a lot with my good and bad, like how you always say that stop operating from your good and bad.
Right.
And I think my life has given me a beautiful, I mean, basically this program has got a very, very impactful change and difference, or probably I can say a turn in my life, because now I am way too flexible with myself. I am result oriented, but I'm flexible. I don't push myself unnecessarily, but I push myself in a very discreet manner. I have better relationships with people around me because I am becoming a lot more patient with myself. Hence, it has helped me become a lot more patient with people around me.
Great.
I have started to become, how I say, I've started to slow down a little. And that slow down doesn't mean that my work is getting hampered or my relationships are getting hampered. It's the fact that my life is giving me better results now. Effectivity has gone really high. So I think for that matter, my husband says it all, that there is a huge difference in you of how you've started responding to things. There are times as humans, Dr. D, you end up reacting no matter how good you are as a person, but we become very judgmental about things, and become very impatient. I think that has really helped me a lot in my life. So this program has made me a different person I am today, made me a lot more happier. And I have developed self-love, which is my biggest biggest learning from this program and from you. So that's about my life. As far as my career is concerned, how well can I say that I get to see a huge difference every single day in me. The people that I work with, the situation that I am in. I mean, I have a different angle and vision basically to look at them.
Great.
How I would probably 4 years, 5 years, 6 years before, from today, how I would have had managed a situation, and how I manage it today, there's a huge difference in that. That difference is about my approach. That difference is about my patience. That difference is about my understanding of just not people. I think I was always good in terms of understanding people, but how advanced have I become in my mindset to understand the need of people around me and to manage that situation. I mean, I have better relationships at work with people. I have better relationship with myself, at work, because I can see the Khushboo that works today in office, and if I get to compare myself with the Khushboo who used to work 5 years ago or 5 years back, there's a huge difference. You probably would see me very well dressed up and very nice, smiling and all that, but there was this tremendous amount of burden that I would feel on my shoulders and on my head, Dr. D.
Right.
And because of which, even after like a 12 hours or a 8 hours or a 10 hours of work, when I would come back home, I'll feel I'll feel exhausted, you know.
Right.
And today, yes, of course, even today there is work, there is everything happening, and you know it better than anyone else that the work has all of a sudden has doubled up, tripled up, you know, it's like multifolds.
Right.
um so today also there is work, and today also I'm working at the same pace, but that pace is so comfortably managed by my mindset because of the growth mindset that I've had. More than that, I mean, I think the approach that I have is a very, very practical approach, and I think that's what I've learned here, that, you know, because I know myself better,
True.
hence I'm able to understand that, okay, this is how my work would be done. So my
Right.
effectivity has gone multifolds, I would say. And as far as the relationships, as you said, um, I think, you know, I'm somebody, Dr. D, I've always had great relationships with people. But I'll be very honest when I'm sharing this with you. There have been a lot of times that I realized that I was taken for granted by a lot of people. And that particular thing would later affect me. And I would spoil my relationship with that person. ऐसा
Right.
मैं करती थी.
Mhm.
Today, yes, I'm again the first thing, just the same. I have very good relationships with people. Yes, there are some people, it's life. We'll meet different kinds of people, and we can't change people, you know. I've started to believe that I can only change my approach towards people. I can't end up changing people. So aaj bhi, yes, there are times I feel that people are taking undue advantage of me being good or me being nice. But you know what? I don't feel bad about it anymore.
Yes, that's the
You
great.
know, I don't feel bad about it anymore. I don't feel that, okay, fine, I don't get disconnected with that person anymore, Dr. D. I mean, it's surprising because I feel that's okay. That's how that person is, you
Right.
know. And it took me, I remember the sessions I mean, I'm getting goosebumps right now because I would remember your sessions, and you know, after each session, as I shared with you as I shared it with you earlier, that, you know, after each session I would sit with myself for some time. You know, it's just like your own conversation, एक खुद से खुद की बात होना, एक recall करना कि आज क्या हुआ है, because sessions used to be intense.
Right.
They were intense. I mean, sometimes you would not even realize that, oh, this is what I spoke about today, or, you know, oh my god, this is what my discovery, you know, this is who I am. I was not aware of it for the last so many years, you know. So it was, in these sessions were intense, Dr. E, and many thanks to you for making this happen, because
Yeah.
today I don't see people as wrong or right. I just feel, okay, this is how the person is, this is how the person is operating. There's nothing wrong or right about it. That's how it is. And it's me who needs to look at it differently and go ahead. So, you know, it puts me on in peace. And that's what I just love about myself right now. So yeah,
Great.
that's life, career, and relationship.
And is there any improvement in the business where you are providing your?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. You know, see, when I've changed as a person, my dealings with people would be different.
Yeah.
You know, the things that probably did not happen for the last 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, whatever number of years, I'm able to do it. You know, I'm just able to transform it quickly. I'm able to, you know, effectively work around it and get the results out.
Yeah.
It's just because the way I'm approaching it, Dr. Day. It's
Right.
obviously, it gives a, you know, it gives a great amount of push to my work, which eventually obviously is a great result for the organization as well, you know.
Yeah. Great. I think one more question which is coming more in my mind.
Yes, please.
What message you would like to share with the people? Because you itself work in a leadership role in a good company. So there are many leaders who wants to get coached, or many people who wants to become coach. So what message you would like to share with those people?
Firstly, having you in front of me, and if the message has to come from me, it is, I mean, it's really it's, I mean, it's difficult, but क्योंकि आप पूछ रहे हैं तो मैं बताऊंगी जरूर, वरना I mean, गुरु के सामने कुछ
Please.
बोलना is not um, Dr. D, I would just say that, you know, whether to leaders who are at great positions in different leading MNCs, or different organizations, different industry for that matter. I would very strongly say that uh, it's time for them to take a pause. Uh, it's important to take a pause in life. If this is the time, then let this be. But take a pause and relook at your own approach towards people and situation,
Right.
and see if there's anything that needs to be worked upon. All of us, age has nothing to do, experience, number of experience has absolutely nothing to do with learnings. So I would really say that to all the leaders, with due respect to each one of them, for the work that they're doing and for the amount of efforts that they've put in their lives, and they've worked for many years and they've reached a particular designation, they're working in different organizations, leading roles. Still, I believe if we guys are not going to think about this, who else is going to think about it? So take a pause, figure out if we need a coach for our own selves. It is okay to get a coach for ourselves. Maybe there's something that this coach would help us discover,
Right.
because sometimes, because I'm living my life just like that, I would only see this.
Yeah.
Because I've been so busy in my life, I may not have got an opportunity to look at right and left and see, oh my God, there's just so much I'm leaving behind. So
Right.
to the leaders, I would say, please do take a pause and see if you need a coach for yourself. um, it's just not about anything that you're lacking behind, but it's about something that you probably will be able to discover and have a better and a effective and a much more healthier and a happier life for yourself. That's one. And two, if it's okay, I would definitely say to a lot of people otherwise that coaching and counseling are two different things, and please do not mix it up ever. uh, do look for a coach if you feel like. Don't just discuss it with people who have nothing to do with coaching. They might not be able to give you an appropriate answer. They might not be able to guide you right, not because they want anything wrong for you, but it's probably just because they don't have enough understanding and knowledge about a particular subject which coaching is.
Right.
It's a complete different game. So connect with right people and see if this particular phase of your life can be done differently. So do approach. And in life, everything starts with some step, with that one little step that we have to take. um if this comes to you in your mind and heart that I want somebody, then you just want somebody. Just go ahead and do not hesitate, because this journey is going to be beautiful. I am I'm an example, live example. And as I said, it has been amazingly different experience for me altogether. And trust me, if a person like me who's been positive always, अगर उस इंसान के लिए भी ये एक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन पीरियड हो सकता है,
Right.
तो मैं समझती हूँ कि हम में से बहुत ऐसे लोग हैं आसपास जो कि थोड़े नेगेटिव हैं, या हमें चीजों में हमेशा गलत नजर आता है क्योंकि हमारा नजरिया अलग है मे बी। तो अगर उन जैसे लोगों के लिए और हम सब लोगों के लिए इन दिस सोसाइटी वे पीपल, बिकॉज आवर challenges are different, so looking at life would be different. Do not hesitate, just go ahead and just look for it. Don't stop, please.
Right.
And to my dear fellow coaches across the country, um, as when we call ourselves coaches, there's a huge responsibility that we take. So we should be very clear about few things as in terms of our approach towards coaching, that it is something which is magical. It is magical for the coach, it is magical for the coachee, whether you call a coach or you call a client, I mean, however people want to put it across. So my only request and a little piece of advice, if I may give, with all my humility, that work on yourself, be a happier soul, let your resentments, let your grievances go out of your system. Work with somebody who can help you get that. Be happy with the things you have. Be flexible with yourself. First, work on your own self, on your own mindset and your approach towards life. And then let's start to bring that difference in people's life. If at any point in time you feel that there are a few things which are unresolved in your life, I would request that let's work on ourselves first and then dive in to bring this absolutely amazing change in the society we are in for people around us. That's what I would say, Dr. D. That's all from my end.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Khushboo. Thanks for sharing. Coaching is all about transforming from success to satisfaction, peace, and fulfillment. So we bring people's peace, fulfillment, satisfaction in their life, in their career, in their business, and in their relationship. Thanks for being here and sharing your experience, Khushboo. Thanks a lot. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Dr. D, if you're okay with me just stating one thing here, although you haven't asked me, but I would just add that to a lot of people who would be viewing it, or would be listening to us at this point in time, as a human tendency, it comes out very natural that
Right.
we start to take things as a standard protocol for a feedback.
Right.
We start to take things that, okay, fine, inka program hai, and they are talking about it.
Right.
But I would like to tell to the ones who are going to watch us and would listen to us, that it's not every time the way we see it. So
Right.
we sometimes have to just wear a different lens. We have to start looking at things. We have to just see it from a different lens altogether. So don't think that just because we are a part of the federation, we are going to talk good about it. There is an immense amount of growth here, and we really come with a thought process and approach to bring a significant difference in people's life. Please
Right.
allow us to do that, and have faith in the fact that whatever that we're trying to convey to you is the fact. There is this journey which is called transformation journey. Go through it, because it's going to be what you were always needed in your life, what you probably even down the line from 10 years from now on also you would need that. So if you're getting it today, claim it.
Right.
Don't just go on this, because sometimes, Dr. D, it becomes very easy for people to feel that it's a testimony, or it's something that people talk about, or course करने के बाद में सब बात करते हैं. We guys are very open people. We are who we are. We don't operate out of anything. We operate out of our own selves. And that's exactly what I would say, that this entire conversation, I would just say that if you want to really get something out of it, hear me and listen to me or see me with a mindset which is absolutely not prepared. Just feel it, and if it feels right, go ahead and please dive in your transformation journey as soon as possible. Thank you very much, Dr. D. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Bye bye.